How are you going to say hello when you're taking a loud old sip from your mug there?
Yo, sup? Welcome to our 52nd episode. It's Thursday, May 31st, 2018. You know what that means?
31st?
31st.
Oh, okay.
We're officially 1 year old.
Woo! It's true.
Rukari is celebrating by doing a lot of Kate-isms. You can too, in the
Wait,
chat.
this is my other Kate, isn't it?
I was just doing it. Guys, welcome to it being live and interactive. You're on a mixer.
Thanks a bunch, Kate-Downtastic. That's another one. That's three. That's three in the first minute. Of course, the show is all about FTL, fast and light, low latency, and interactivity. You interact with us as the show goes on. See, that was my chance to do the Kate thing.
Joke's on you. I enjoy it. Now, the esports world is, of course, constantly changing and busier than ever. And since this show is for you, well, it only seems to reason that you would get to decide what we talk about, cover, and hype.
Now, how do we do that? Well, simply check out those voting options you'll see soon below this window here. That's right. We may be up here on the desk, but this is your show. So we'll have trivia, more videos to highlight, more interviews with people in the scene, and much, much more. More. It's all about more.
So be sure to get your selection in if you want to hear the latest from your favorite esports.
They're
it's
laughing.
True.
It's true.
I can't do it in an Irish accent.
Can we have an "it's true" counter for Kate?
No.
Like maybe we need to have that as an interactive button that's just below, so something plays and just it shouts out "it's true" back there.
Awful. People don't love me here. Please,
no, we do.
Chat, love me.
They do. It's true.
What are we covering first, Rukari?
I don't know. Is it breaking news time? I feel like it is.
For this week's clip, we have to showcase the super hype trailer that was released by the Coalition and 343 Industries, two factions we absolutely love and adore. A couple of weeks ago, this was announced that upcoming joint event between the two esports programs, Gears of War Pro Circuit and the Halo Championship Series.
Let's jump right into the video, and we'll pass along more details after it's done doing this. Check it out.
Practice and scrims and all the time you put into it goes into this event.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Splice do it, and they do it in style.
Make his day. They are focused, and they are on another level.
Get the neutral at 209. Are you serious? You know I want to make you go since you had that giggle fit or the coughing fit. No? Are you good? She's not good to talk.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
All right, now this upcoming event will be taking place at the New Orleans Convention Center from July 13th to 15th. The event will feature hundreds of players, 2 main stages, multiple feature stations, and 2 open bracket areas for players to duke it out.
Now, esports nowadays are usually all about having a single title showcase, so we are very happy to see our old friends at MLG enter the fold again and make a return to the multi-title events like they have in the past, especially our producer, Lennox, who once worked for them.
See? All right. Now, team passes go on sale tomorrow for Gears, so head over to gears.gg for more information. And keep it locked, of course, to halo.gg as well for the Halo news on the 2018 season.
I don't think I was supposed to tell that.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Wow.
Sorry that our producer's awesome.
Secrets are no fun unless you are a part of one.
Which I just made everybody. It's fine.
It's true.
Sorry, Lennox. Anyway, moving right along, let's talk about live voting, shall we?
Let's.
You get a chance. Interactivity enabled.
That's right there.
Right there.
Now. I'm going to go vote.
Injustice 2, Overwatch League, Dota 2, that's ESL 1 Birmingham, and of course, Summit of Power. Just. I have another Kate-ism, but I don't want to do it.
Do it, please. What is
they
it?
called me in college.
Oh, that's right. That is your other thing. Summit of Power.
You don't know. Wouldn't that look great on the back of a onesie?
No.
Specifically.
Did you vote yet, Kate? Because there's only 5 seconds left.
There, I voted.
What'd you vote for?
What do you think?
I bet I know. Is it going to lose?
Of course it's gonna lose.
All right. Well, since it was your nickname back in college.
Summon of Power. Here we go. Well, you're fighting game community.
Yeah, but go ahead. It's Summon of Power.
Okay. Now, did we decide Fighter Z or Fighters? I can never remember.
Fighters.
Thank you. Now, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Fighters, then you probably saw Dominique, also known as Sonic Fox, finally dethrone Go 1. Is it Go 1? Goa?
Looks like it's Go 1.
Anyway, Go 1. In an intense grand finals at Combo Breaker just last weekend. Now, Go 1 has come out on top for the last several events, and in fact was dominating the competition until Sonic Fox, true to form, finally was able to...
That's a word. Conquer.
Oh, yes, not concur.
Not concur.
At any rate, he was able to conquer his rival. We would concur that that's what happened. Their rivalry is similar to Goku and
Vegeta.
Thank you. I apologize, guys. Fighting game community, I love you, but I am terrible. These are constantly meeting each other for the fighting for the top spot. Now, that sentence didn't make sense, but let's go with the next one. Sonic Fox would get the win this time around, but another big event just around the corner.
Now, Summon of Power is coming next weekend, June 8th to 10th, and will feature some of the best fighters from across the globe, including top players and favorites, Sonic Fox and Go 1. 16 total players will be participating in the event, 11 of which were invited by the Summit team and 5 voted in by the fans. The fighters community continues to show its dedication to the game with a nearly 60% crowd-funded prize pool of almost $25,000. That's actually pretty amazing.
Not bad. Absolutely.
That's ridiculous. Now, this will all be going down in LA, so if you're in the area, be sure to catch the event in person. I actually will be there. It should be an intense event as Sonic Fox tries to defend his title, or who knows, maybe we'll see someone else in the grand finals.
Now, you can even create a fantasy team for the tournament. In fact, I think you can create a lot of fantasy teams in esports, and it's really fun to be able to interact with your favorite esports players, teams, and franchises. Head over to the tournament page on smash.gg to predict the bracket, compete with your friends and family to see who has the best fighters knowledge. When was this happening again?
June 8th to 10th.
Correct. Just right before...
It's like right when we're all traveling down for E3.
E3!
Oh, in LA,
fact,
yeah.
We'll talk more about that maybe. Or maybe we won't.
Maybe
I don't
we
know.
won't. Why?
Maybe, we'll see.
Is it our choice? It's
I
not our
have no
choice.
idea. I don't think so. I'm going to...
It's their choice, right?
Yep.
Y'all good?
No
Frog
way.
in the throat? No? All right. Well, anyway, your voting options are back up on screen now. You get to choose our next segment. Injustice 2, Overwatch League, of course, Dota 2,
there's
that
so many
ESL
good
1.
things.
And NHL 2018.
I just don't know. I actually watched the NHL 2018. I think it was, it would have been from, I watched it a couple weeks ago at a Ram brewery. They had it on. It was fun.
Yeah, you put it on your story.
I did. I put it on my Instagram story.
And
It
you
was a
said
fun
something
time.
that drove me nuts in it, and I was like, that's not what it... Oh, what was it?
Good.
It was something
Please.
about sports. I was like, no, Kate, no.
Call me out here.
No. I don't remember it,
delight.
thankfully.
Just all we have to know is that I said something wrong. But you know what's not wrong?
Our reading skills?
Overwatch
They're very
League. It's time to talk Overwatch League, or OWL for short. Now, if you aren't familiar with it yet, then I don't know what to tell you other than you are missing out.
Those are the mid-year exams, right?
That's exactly correct. We
Different
are
owls.
officially in week 2 of the final stage in the regular season, and things, well, they're getting crazier by the day.
For anyone new to the Overwatch League, this is the first ever global esports league that is made of city-based teams, and it's already proved to be a huge success in the esports community. The regular season has been going on for 6 months now. First of all, it's crazy that we've been here a year, and it's crazier that this has
That
been
is a
happening
very
for
good
6
point.
months. Doesn't feel like this has been happening for 6 months.
I feel like we hyped it for so long, and then it finally happened, and now we're 6 months in. Holy interruptus,
crazy.
Batman.
But it's finally coming to an end with only 2 weeks left of regular season play.
Now, each team's total wins and losses are added up at the end of the regular season to determine where they get seeded in the postseason playoffs. Pretty self-explanatory. After playoffs, we head into the grand finals, where the winning team receives the Overwatch League trophy, along with a cool $1 million cash prize.
$6 million. Who
Dun,
do you
dun.
think you kidnapped? Chelsea Clinton? Tabs knows that one. All right, so let's cut straight to the action and talk week 2. After going undefeated in stage 3, Boston Uprising upset fans by losing both their matches this week and continuing their stage 4 losing streak.
All I'm going to say, by the way, is I'm still on Shanghai Dragons win watch.
We've been watching for 6 months,
Yes,
apparently.
that's a fair point.
Now, the first defeat came from the Dallas Fuel, who obliterated them 3-0, and the second loss came from the LA Valiant, who beat them in a tightly contested 5-map match. Now, these losses brought their stage 4 record to 0-4. However, their earlier season wins will keep them at the top of the overall charts.
Now, But what was bad news for Boston fans turned out to be the great news for the New York Excelsior, whose 2 victories, along with Boston's losses, officially locked them into the #1 overall seed. They've actually been up on the #1 seed quite a bit this season, so that's not surprising. But at any rate, it guarantees them an instant $300,000 prize in addition to their automatic entry to the finals.
Ridiculous.
That's a nice little chunk of change for
That's all right.
showing up.
Yeah.
90% of anything is showing up, and New York did.
So that's Shanghai showing up?
Shanghai right now is a solid 100 less points.
But they've definitely showed up. Their attendance is great. Their test
That's
scores
true.
aren't doing that
That's
well.
a good point, Rukari.
All right. Now, the London Spitfire also came in strong even after a significant roster change earlier in the week, bringing them 2 victories and making them the #2 overall seed in the competition. Additionally, both LA teams had a great week due to great use of the new meta, bringing both of their Stage 4 records to an impressive 4-0.
Now, make sure to tune in to Week 3, which started yesterday, and will be airing now until Saturday. So, Stage 4, Week 3, lots of numbers. You can catch up to 3 games a day for today and tomorrow. The matches go from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. This Saturday, they'll go from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern.
Now remember, this is only the beginning for the Overwatch League, as we'll soon be entering into the playoffs and grand final. So make sure to check out overwatchleague.com or download the Overwatch League app to tune in live or watch VODs of the previous matches.
And also be sure to get your Overwatch fix at twitch.com or mlg.tv, and give them a follow at Overwatch League on Twitter for all the latest news and updates.
Twitch.tv, right?
Yeah, what did I say?
.com? Is it .com up there?
I think it's .tv.
Yeah, I literally can't remember right now, and I'm having one of those silly brain moments.
All I'm going to say is go to mlg.tv, click the Overwatch tab, and then go for it.
Go for it. Go for it.
That's what I know best. Let's see what you know best with our first next segment. Injustice 2, Paladins, Console Wars, Dota 2, ESO 1 from Birmingham, and of course NHL 2018. I'm going to vote for the same one for the 3rd time in a row, but I have very little expectation that it will make it to the top of the board.
NHL 2018. Wow, great vote.
Wow, that's totally what I did. Totally what I voted for. Got me.
It's true.
Smurf 69, Shanghai Dragons currently 35 losses and 35, 0 wins.
Perfect
you have
record.
to admire their consistency.
Yeah.
I am, however, like I said, on a win-watch basis with Shanghai.
That
I want
place is
them.
going. Burbank's going to erupt if they sneak out a win.
I mean, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be a win on like Florida Mayhem or
It's got to be like the Excelsior. It's got to be
Florida
someone.
Mayhem. Oh God, if it was like Boston or New York, right?
That would be
there.
hilarious.
That would hilarious. That would be like.
That's like consolation.
That's
prize.
like a bigger
What can we give
earthquake
them?
than the San Andreas, is all I'm saying. And I had just also announced that they're gonna not just stay in LA for this season, but they're also gonna stay in LA for next season. And they also announced more franchises are coming to NA, also EU.
Seattle.
Please. NA, EU, EMEA, as well as Asia.
Oh, Asia. Okay.
So-
Nice.
Gotten all over the world here. Here we go.
All right, we're going to jump into some NHL 2018. Now, the National Hockey League and EA Sports have officially announced the first ever NHL Gaming World Championship, which will offer over $100,000 in cash prizes to the top 24 NHL 18 players from around the world. The qualifying rounds of the championship games are divided into 3 regions, the United States, Canada, and Europe. Now, each region will host 8 players to play double elimination games, and both the winner and runner-up will receive a trip to compete in the World Finals in Las Vegas, Nevada on June 19th and 20th. Will compete head-to-head to win their share of the $100,000 prize pool.
Now, the Canadian Regionals kicked off in Toronto 2 weeks ago with 8 of the country's top NHL 18 players. After a series of slap shots, body checks, and one-timer buzzer beaters, the 2 finalists who emerged from the rounds were Ljunggren and Fool X90. While both would be heading to Las Vegas to compete in the finals, those 2 leaders, still had to go head-to-head to see who would bring home the regional championship trophy, along with the cool $5,000 cash prize.
Hey, man, who'd you lose to? Oh, this fool over here.
That's the guy.
Now, the first game was even-handed on both sides, leading to a 3-3 tie going into the 3rd period. But at the start of the 3rd, Fool scored 3 consecutive goals in a row, giving him a 6-3 win. Second game went very similarly, except it was Ljunggren who came back at the end with a 5-3 victory. And then the 3rd and final game, both sides made big plays and scored 2 goals apiece, bringing the game to OT. And just when it looked like it would go into double OT, Fool scored a fantastic goal, dropped that game winner on the clock, giving him the trophy and the $5,000 prize.
It's not too bad
Not bad
for
at
a
all.
Saturday. Check out NHL.com for more info and follow at EA Sports NHL for all the latest NHL 18 news. Darn
Kate,
it.
guess what you said last segment you thought was going to be this segment, but it's actually coming up now.
Is it trivia?
It's trivia.
Yay! I answered that question correctly. Now it's your turn.
Worth no points.
You know what, Malik? I can't wait for you to win either. I guess we'll both be disappointed.
Hey, Malik, I didn't see you here at the office. What's going on, man?
We heart Malik real hard, just as much as we heart trivia. Do we actually? We do, right?
Yeah, we're going to have trivia. It's
cool.
popping up here in a sec.
Well, I don't know. Things happen.
We're vamping. That's what we're doing.
This is us vamping. Okay.
That's this thing. There it is. It's right there.
Hey, how much is the NHL Gaming World Finals award? $50,000, $75,000, $100,000, or $150,000? I am going to say that. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. Did
You didn't do anything? No, I didn't. I'm not voting.
No.
I'm a conscientious objector.
What's worse than unfollowing the channel because I need to do it?
It's when you show up on the show.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts
I got
so
too
good.
off in the last minute.
Sorry, not sorry, Malik. But also
No,
kind
I'm
of
just
sorry.
Like, I
They
miss
hurt
you.
you.
I miss your mask.
It's not weird. I want to be on you. Sorry.
Lots of movie quotes.
We're in a weird. Welcome to Thursday, folks. You're almost done with your day. Us too. Okay, looks like most of you said C, and I'm going to go ahead and say C as well. And you guys would be correct.
Correct. Did you get it? C. 'Cause
C
it
for
starts with C.
correct.
Did you get it? Yeah.
I did. You're funny. Next question.
I know. I try to be.
Which team has the lowest number of wins? Florida Mayhem, New York Excelsior, Seoul Dynasty, or London Spitfire? This is interesting. I actually gave a little bit of a tease. No, a hint in the last segment.
Why couldn't we just put Shanghai up there?
Because why would you beat a dead horse?
It's like that. It's
just
like
so
that
sad.
extra credit answer at the end of the test that you took in high school and
Yeah, you're
college,
like,
where it was like, "Thanks for showing up this semester, Mark C," and then some jerk Mark B anyway and got the answer wrong.
Was that you?
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay.
I was taking 3 points.
Absolutely. If you said A, boy, you are correct. Because quite frankly, the other three are so wildly out of last place.
Yeah.
At any rate, there you go. Okay, so our third and final question for this trivia time is coming at you right meow. Which player was not invited to the Summit of Power event? Cloud 805, Go 1, NY Chris G, or Sonic Fox?
Very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Votes coming in.
Votes coming in.
Like how
Making you happy.
nobody's. Oh, there we go. I was like, nobody's voting for Sonic Fox. That guy's a perennial powerhouse in every FGC
kidding.
event.
No kidding. Actually, it's interesting. I was looking at the Capcom World Tour standings, and he's not even on there, so it makes me think that there's something wrong with it. Never mind. Oh, if you was
It's B.
not invited. Oh, right, because some people were invited and some people earned their way in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with B. Show me B.
That's a B.
Oh, it was A.
Oh, it was A.
Oh. We're
I just
all
like that I
learning
hear a
things
little buzz
today.
in my ear, like
Cloud
A.
805.
Yeah. Those two are invited. Either way.
Either way,
Also, I'm going to throw this out here for you guys. You may or may not know this. Kate talks about all the things that she's seen, and I love that every time I walk by your office, you're watching some esports tournament. And I always feel bad, like when I have it up in my stuff, and I was like, wait, no, that's literally what she's supposed to do.
It's true. I can't deny it. It's fun. I'm really hoping it's part of my job,
I'm a
because otherwise
tad
I
jealous.
have been a terrible employee for a very long time.
All right, well, it's time for you guys to choose the next segment. Injustice 2,
take a look.
Paladins Console Wars, Dota 2, DreamHack Austin.
Ooh, there's so many good things. I'm voting. I voted.
Ethan says DreamHack Austin because he feels like
I
he's
think
going to go
Ethan is
home
from-
vicariously through that
Yeah,
clip.
maybe. I don't think so, but, you can, dream.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Trendy Wall 10855 Forza. Yes, we should do that. They're in the middle of the Forza Racing Championship, or the RCS, as they say.
The dream in time gone by. Dang it. We work with some amazing folks. Do you want me to go again?
I
Since
do
this is an
want
FGC
you.
thing?
I do.
All right. Now, the Injustice 2 Pro Series is NetherRealm Studios' premier esports tournament circuit in which players from around the world compete in multiple tournaments, earning points from finishing in the top 25. By earning these points over the course of the season, players can earn a spot in the Injustice 2 Pro Series finals. The champion of the finals will receive a trophy, global admiration, and their cut of $150,000. Now, starting off this second Injustice Pro Series season is Combo Breaker 2018, set in Illinois' Mega Center. This is a 3-day tournament with over 19 tournaments in a 24-hour venue. With so many games and events taking place and all the action that ensued, we'll be sticking to Injustice 2, but we highly recommend checking out the VODs and results from the other events that took place.
Now, compared to the projections, the bracket looked closer to what it would be in Bizarro World. Sorry,
You know what Bizarro is?
It's something with my eye.
Oh, okay. All right. No.
It was an eyeball. There were far too many upsets throughout the bracket to list, so let's just give you an idea of how unpredictable this whole tournament was.
Hey, here's a name I know.
Sonic Fox, Tekken Master, and Slayer, who got first, second, and third, respectively, at Combo Breaker 2017, that's last year's, got third, 13th, and 17th place this year.
Get the boot! With the bracket being flipped on its head, it was truly anyone's tournament to win after losing. In round 1 of Top 24, Sonic Fox was on an absolute tear through the losers bracket where he would meet Dr. Gross in the losers final. Dr. Gross had just defeated Gun Show, who had just defeated Tekken Master. We'll go back a little bit. And Silver Eye to make it to the winners final, but lost to Tweety 3-1 to be sent to losers. All right. Hungry for the rematch in the grand finals, Dr. Gross would stick with Black Adam against Sonic's Captain Cold taking the first 2 games. Now, after Sonic Fox decided to mirror Black Adam in Game 3, he prolonged the set by taking the game, but was ultimately defeated in the same matchup in Game 4. There he is right there, taking that L and bowing out.
Yeah,
That's crazy to see. Third?
Yeah,
Third
no
for him?
Oh, well, say, is it possible it's part of the fact that he's wearing a full-blown mask instead of just simply ears? I'm just saying.
This is true.
Now, when Dr. Gross, which is what I call myself
Today,
after all of
with
this
the
stuff, is so much tissue, and Tweety met for the rematch in the grand finals, it would be the same matchup of Green Lantern versus Starfire to start things off. Dr. Gross came flying out of the gate, taking the first 2 games. Now, with everything working for Dr. Gross, Tweety would switch to Dr. Fate, bringing the set to a Game 5. We love Game 5s around here. And an incredible display from Gross, he clutched the victory in Game 5 with a brutal combo to reset the bracket and earn himself another set. Gross's momentum continued into the second set, bringing them to an even 1-1. But when Tweety switched back to Starfire, the energy beams started flying, and Gross couldn't find an answer, with Tweety taking the final 2 games and the tournament. Combo Breaker 2017, these first and second place finalists placed 33rd and 13th, respectively. So kind of a big deal 1 year later. This truly is the tournament of no coasts, no kings.
If you also can't wait to see more upsets and hype to come, tune into mixer.com/netherrealm to see the action live and keep up with the Injustice 2 Pro Series at injustice.com/esports.
I'm sorry, I think Cass was giggling because I just blew my nose into the microphone. I'm really sorry.
You're uncontrollably dying
I'm
back
really
there
sorry,
right
you
now.
guys. Is anyone else sick? Like, everybody's fucking sick around here. But I'm here.
Kate voice.
Damn it, I'm here. I did hear that, Lennox. Shut up. Anyway, moving right along, let's talk esports.
Kate sounds like that one kid in the neighborhood that comes up to you like, you got games on your phone?
Well, Daniel723045, you know what I'm talking about. This week in Flem Sports. Yes, in fact. It's so gross.
All right, Tekken 7, Paladins, or Dota 2, and
Guys, let's
DreamHack
talk
Austin.
Dota. Make Kate feel better. JK.
Yeah, because you'll have to read the Dota one.
I
So
know,
let me
because I'm
vote for that
excited
one
about Dota, although it'll still make
Malik
me cry.
says, what's happening? Get this show together. This is what makes our show the best show
I
out
know,
there,
I
is
think
that
you're
we get
absolutely
to have
correct.
fun and be
We're
off the
off
cuff.
the cuff.
Yeah.
We're pew.
Our script is really just bullet points.
Yeah, really, at this point, it's like
He would know
script,
nothing
what?
of that.
Oh, Paladin Console Wars. Let's talk about it. So this past Mother's Day, which is a fair number of weeks ago, we witnessed some more intense Paladins Console Wars sets. The last 2 Console Wars saw NA Xbox being crowned the winner, but as always, would be facing some intense challenge this time around. Who would come out on top? Rukari's going to tell you.
Heavily favored and representing North America, Xbox Fable faced off against EU PS4 team Flashpoint in the grand finals. In a best of 7, both teams started with a 1-1 split. After that, Flashpoint put their heads down and never looked back. They dominated the rest of the set, never giving Fable an ounce of breathing room and catching them on their heels. Legacy from Flashpoint was especially on fire with the perfect game on the deciding round to win the set 4-1, dethroning Xbox and taking home the $25,000 prize, and more importantly, bragging rights, because that's what it's really all about. Money's cool.
It's true. This was the first time that a PS4 or EU team had emerged victorious, heating up the Xbox versus PlayStation and NA versus EU rivalry even more than it was before. Now, if you missed it, be sure to tune in next time. And to keep up with all of the Paladins goings-on, be sure to follow Paladins Pro on Twitter and watch only on Mixer at mixer.com/PaladinsGame. What's up? Exclusive.
That's a good face right there.
Good face.
It's a great face.
Thank you, Rukari Izzle. Let's hear what we're talking about next. Oh, I know. Yes, come on, Dota. How
So
many
clearly
times did
Dota's
Cade
still
go?
up there.
Come on.
Optic Arena, Tekken 7, and DreamHack Austin.
Oh, I forgot about Optic Arena, man.
Oh, all right, I'll just go ahead and throw a wrench in there.
You did Tekken? Is that you?
No, I did Optic Arena.
Now, Optic Arena is interesting because it's like OpticCon. If you're an Optic fan, and who isn't, there's a lot of Optic fans out there. They're
That's kind of
like,
cool that I get to do that. I hope
know.
we get to do that one here.
oh,
But right now, Dota's
6.
winning. Somebody vote for DreamHack.
No! Are you kidding me? It hurts so bad.
Oh, somebody voted for DreamHack.
Why do you hate
Yes,
me
this
so?
is your show, not Kate's show. Now, DreamHack Austin 2018 kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. and promises to be 3 action-packed days in the great state of Texas. DreamHack focuses mainly on what it calls BYOC LAN events. That's bring your own console, or excuse me, your own computer. For those of you out there, it can be console too. But there's something for everybody at DreamHack.
So joke's on you, I actually like this story. This year's DreamHack will of course feature a series of professional as well as collegiate esports, including a $100,000 PUBG competition prize pool, as well as tournaments in CSGO, Hearthstone, Smash Bros, and much more.
The event will also feature a cosplay championship with a grand prize of $2,500, live music from Tokyo Machine and others, and an expo hall with VR experiences, plenty of merch, and several dozen booths.
Of course, the crown jewel of DreamHack is the LAN party. Now, in 2007, DreamHack Winter won the Guinness World Record for most computers at a LAN event, and organizers are hoping to beat that record this year. Now, the LAN event at DreamHack Austin will feature tournaments in Overwatch, PUBG, League of Legends, Rocket League, and others. If you're in the Austin, Texas area, tickets are still on sale for this event, but are going fast. DreamHack Austin 2018 runs from tomorrow, June the 1st, through Sunday, June the 3rd.
Goodness gracious. Tomorrow's
You know
June 1st.
who I believe will be there actually are the guys from a fantastic esports podcast known as TCR, also called The Center Ring. I'm a big fan.
Good to know. We won't be there.
No.
I want to go to Austin. I'm going in
Austin
August.
sounds like fun.
I love Austin in August. I love
you?
the heat. I love the heat.
Of course you do.
Working on my tan.
Yeah, you are looking pretty pale.
It's been so long since Hawaii and Jamaica. I got to make up for that.
It's a rough life that
is.
Rukari leads, and I think it's important that we acknowledge that. Now, something else to acknowledge is that one of the goals of this show is to highlight the amazing people and events that happen in the esports and competitive gaming space.
Every week on this segment, IRL Esports will try to feature a different personality in the scene, and this time we have fellow commentator joining us today on the show.
Hello! Next week it will be the EGL. You heard me right, EGL, Gears Open event in London, England. And Chris Tunn, EGL Esports Content Manager and host, that's a very long title, Chris, will be talking to us about the upcoming tournament and the UK scene in general.
He brings a wealth of experience with him, so let's welcome Chris to the show.
A wealth of experience, Chris, and a very long title. Much deserved. Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
I don't know if that's my official title, guys. I'll be honest with you.
You know what? I think we just made it.
Now
but
it's there. Now there's no turning back. So
this
actually,
is on...
I'll put in my contract.
It's on the internet, so it must be true. So, question first off, tell the viewers who you are, who might not know who you are, what you do, a little about yourself. Lay
and
it
your
on us.
actual title.
On your actual title.
Well, I suppose my actual title is content manager for EGL, but I mean I'm mostly known in esports, if you like, for being a commentator. I've commentated for probably around 10 years now. So a long time in terms of esports. You know, the industry's still young, but I've worked for EGL for only a few months, but I've known the guys for years. So we're getting a good partnership together, and I'm excited to really start doing things for them, hosting events for them.
So one of the things we wanted to talk to you about is the upcoming EGL Gears Open London event happening next weekend on the 9th and 10th. Talk to us about the event, what viewers can expect this time around.
So basically, we had our event in Sheffield recently, which was a success. But we just want to make things bigger. We want to make things better. You know, coming into Gears of War, we want to grow the European scene because it's massive in America. You've got these huge events. The American teams kick our ass a lot. So we want to stop that happening. You know, all these big events coming in for us is more opportunities for the EU scene to come in and give their account and, you know, get some practice on LAN, play against the best teams. And of course, we've got Fable over here as well, who are a really, really solid team. They finished second at the last big event over in the States. So basically, we're getting teams to see if they can catch up to these guys and show more of a presence for Europe in an international scene and these local events. So really what's great to try and bolster that.
Excellent. Yeah, it's always good to make sure that your teams can play against the best in your region so they can take on the best outside of your region as well. So now, obviously, EGL, one of the UK's community's top choices when it comes to competitive gaming. How has the UK scene changed over the years, especially for a game like Gears of War, which can be, quite frankly, a little unpredictable?
So for Gears of War, I mean, we hosted our first event with them. I think it was a Gears of War 1 in 2011. So I mean, that's a long time ago. And, you know, I think it's adapted. And I think, to be honest, the scene has just grown with esports. You know, esports itself, as you guys know, it's booming. Everything's getting bigger and bigger. And we've just seen an upward trend, I think, for every scene, not even just Gears of War. Everything just seems to be getting bigger and better. It's, you know, things are getting a bit more professional, a bit more serious. There's a lot more money involved now, and when it comes down to crunch, people want to make this their careers, and that's what enables it. It enables that to happen. So, you know, if people can do that, it gets a bit more serious. The events get bigger. There's more money pumped in, and things are just growing. It's just getting bigger and bigger. We can't wait to just see it keep continuing to grow.
So, with that growth, what would you say the EGL has in store for us in the future? More events, more tournaments?
Hopefully more events. You know, I mean, we are hosting this Gears of War event, and we want to do more. We want to just keep going. We want this EU scene to keep flourishing, but at the same time, we'd love to host an international event over in the UK, of course. You know, any sort of big event for the scene of Gears of War over in the UK is always going to be beneficial to our scene over here and to the scene itself. It's nice to branch out a little bit. We've seen them go over to Mexico, of course, and they've had great events there. And, you know, the UK crowds are insane as well, so it would be fantastic to have an event over here. I think that's what we're aiming for. We want big international events, and we can definitely host them up with the best here at EGL.
Excellent. Now, I get the pleasure of asking our favorite question of the show, which is, what do you tell skeptical people? You're a guy who's in the public eye. You're a guy that's been around tournaments. You've been around esports for 10 years. What do you tell people when they ask you why you're into esports, and would you suggest it for them?
I think for me, what really stands out is when I was a kid in school. I mean, you know, I sat instead of studying for exams and doing homework, and I was sitting here playing video games like everybody else who's probably in esports right now. And I wasn't really that confident of a kid or anything like that. But then I went into the scene. You meet so many people who are the same as you, and you know, you're just all bothered about playing video games together. And I think that's just one of the big things. It's such an inviting scene. You know, you come into it and everybody gets along fantastic. Well, for the most part, anyway. And you know, everybody is really sort of big open arms all the time, and I think it's such a confidence-inspiring industry. You know, there's so many things. I mean, look, I was a kid who was just not really sociable with people when I was a lot younger, and now I'm on stage like with thousands of people, you know, talking to people online all the time, and it's crazy to see that sort of transfer. And I think it can happen to anyone. You know, you come in, there's so many people who are ready in the esports scene to welcome everybody in. You know, we want everybody to be more aware of esports, and anybody extra coming in is always a bonus for us.
Well, so here's a question for you as somebody from the UK who's had the experience you've had. We just had ESL1 Birmingham. Gfinity has a presence there with a number of different esports. I'm curious what your take on, I mean, does a rising tide pretty much rise all boats? What is the UK scene like across the board from esports from your perspective, and what can we look forward to perhaps in the future from the UK specifically when it comes to hosting events on your soil?
I think it's a growing industry over here. I wouldn't say it's as big as in Asia or in America right now, but I think whenever there is an event hosted over here, a big international event, it's always great. Every single time the crowd shows up, the production's up. We've got a solid level of guys who, we haven't been to huge international events as big as some in the American and the Asian scenes, of course, but when we've been doing it over here for just as long, so we have the resources, we have the experience over here. So every single time it comes over here, there's never a disappointment. Things are always fantastic, and I would just love to see more. Of course, we're only a small little island, but at the same time, I think we've got a lot to offer from an esports perspective.
Nice.
All right, well, thanks a bunch, Chris. Last question for you. Where can people find you and your work, and do you have any special shout-outs you want to throw out there?
Just shout out to the Gears of War community who have been behind our events. Shout out to all the team at EGL as well, who are working very hard to get this event started for next weekend. Everyone can find me on Twitter. It's ctunn_. I talk a lot about esports, so you can come to say hi to me anytime. I'll answer anything. I'm an open book.
Excellent. Well, Chris, thank you so much. And looks like we've got your handle right there in the lower third. So thank you once again. And if you're in the UK right now, go to bed. Friend, go to bed. It's pretty late if I recall
I'm staying up.
At 11?
It's ready to play video games time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it is
right
video
there.
game
Go
time.
scrim. Go have yourself some fun. Thank you so much again.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Good job. Oh, thank you, Malik, for the Gears show with Katarina yesterday. Yes, we did do Gears All Access, and I don't mind plugging it because Katarina and I are awesome.
This is true. Now, am I being facetious or am I being genuine? It's absolutely true. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Can you deal with that? We'll do that one again. Every time you do that, that's what I think of. Can you deal with that? There it is. There it is.
I'm dying. It's fine.
Gosh
I
dang.
don't care. Whatever. You all say what you want to say.
Okay, what's next?
That's a great question, Rukari.
Well, it's not up to us. No, it's not. No, it's
Oh.
not. That's not up to us. That's up to
Okay.
y'all back here.
Whatever you want to do.
There it
There
is.
it
Oh, it
is.
took forever to pop up on here.
Oh man, this is a. Which game will be featured at the DreamHack Austin event? PUBG, Mario Kart 8, Brawlhalla, or StarCraft 2?
Brawlhalla is great. Brawlhalla is great, by the way.
I was gonna say
Oh,
which
which
will
game will
not be.
not
I was
be
gonna say
featured?
because
For all of you that answered, womp womp, you should have read to the
which
end of the question.
will not be. Which game will not be featured? Actually, I was just gonna say I was watching an Instagram story from Sue, one of my favorite CS:GO hosts, and she took a picture with Scarlet. So I was like, obviously they have StarCraft 2 there because Scarlet is kind of a thing. So the answer to your question, which game will not be featured at DreamHack Austin, is
B.
Mario Kart 8. So sorry, those of you who are into Mario Kart 8. But something tells me you already knew that. Okay, moving right along. Okay, which team won the Paladins Console Wars Spring Finals? Was it Fable? Was it Flashpoint? Was it Vexed? Or was it Onslaught?
Onslaught's such a good team name.
It
I like
is
that
a
name.
great team name.
And isn't it a mode in what game? I swear Onslaught's a mode in a certain shooting game that I play, and I can't remember what.
I got nothing for you.
Whatever.
I got
Whatever.
absolutely nothing for you.
10 seconds left. Get
10
those
seconds.
answers in.
Here we go. Fable, Flashpoint, Vexed, or Onslaught? Sounds like Ocelot. Which is, I think, a marsupial. Someone check me on that.
What, you said what? An ocelot?
Ocelot?
It's not a cat?
Oh, I thought it was a marsupial of some kind.
Huh? Yeah, it's a cat.
Jungle cat in the marsupial family. I assume. What do we have? Ocelot is a cat. Thank you, Mara. Which, I'm so sorry. I have... Okay, so everybody got Flashpoint. Well done. Not
did that
everybody,
one.
but you know.
Question 3.
Numero trace. You-do-do-do-do.
Whoop-a-doo-doo-doo.
It's
No.
almost there.
Icy Tower.
I found out why.
Did you see him laying back like this? He was like, oh, yeah.
like, I
Question
don't
3?
care.
Question 3? We'll see if we do question 3.
Archer.
Mine
does
too,
love
Flex.
Ocelot.
It just so happened to not be a correct answer clicked on it, so I had to go find the correct answer. There you go.
I don't know.
Wonderful.
We're
Which
hearing
player
things.
won the Combo Breaker 2018 event? Sonic Fox, Tweety, Gun Show, or Biohazard? Yep.
Now, of course, this is...
There's a number of events in Combo Breaker.
Yeah, I was
That's
going to say.
confusing, I know.
Yeah, that's...
Huh? Injustice 2.
I was
Who
like,
won
it
the
had to be
Injustice 2?
the segment that we just did.
That's right. Who won Injustice 2?
It was Battlefield Bad. Oh, thank you, No Pulse. Bad Company 2 had Onslaught mode.
Ah, there it is. Okay. 2, 1. I'm going to go ahead and say B. Solid B for Tweety. Yahtzee.
Yahtzee. Oh,
I actually have never
Sonic
played
Flex.
that.
Have you never played Yahtzee?
I don't know. I was busy.
With what?
I don't know.
Who hasn't played Yahtzee? Anybody in chat never ever played Yahtzee?
Is that's the one with the shaker thing?
Yes.
Or the thing, I think.
No, that's
Sorry?
yeah, that's sorry.
And then Life just had,
Yeah, Life, you spun the wheel.
just like Life. Tekken 7, Optic Arena, Dota 2, ESO 1, or Smash Bros.
Stop voting for Dota.
I can't and I won't. I won't stop. It's the one of
No,
the
it was
second
Trouble
to
that had the
last
pop button. That's
major.
right. Yeah, this guy Tom knows. Trouble had the pop button. Remember Trouble? It's fun getting into trouble.
I did not get into trouble.
What game? Don't Wake
Oh,
Daddy.
I totally played Don't Wake Daddy. Or how about the hippo game?
Hungry
The
Hippos?
Hungry Hippos.
It's every day of my life.
I broke it. Here's the thing.
All right, 4
Can't
seconds
play.
left. 3 seconds left.
Dear God, Rukari, don't do it.
Oh, it's too far.
Yes! Thank you! Let's talk about it. The second to last Dota 2 premiere event is in the books after crowning a champion team in epic fashion.
I'm gonna just let you keep going.
Just call them Virtus Plow. Virtus Pro, the CIS Dota 2 team currently sitting atop the Pro Circuit rankings, just cemented their 5th first place win in a row after losing 0 games against the world's best Dota 2 players. Now, ESO 1 Birmingham, the premier Dota 2 tournament, was broadcast on BBC 3 amongst other streaming services after selling out the Birmingham arena within hours. Ticket release was the first Dota 2 major to grace the UK shores. Now, group stages saw 12 of the best Dota 2 teams from all around the world go head-to-head in a best-of-3 showdown. But let's get into what you really want to know, and that is playoffs.
Now, the rubber met the road for the 6 teams that made it out of the pool play. Pain Gaming, a newer outfit out of Brazil, took 2 games to none over, was that Minsky? Minsky, all right. From Southeast Asia, the OG, a.k.a. Team Red Bull, fell to another Southeast Asia team that, of course, the boys out of Malaysia, Fnatic 2-1. The semis saw more domination with the other OG, Optic Gaming. Kate wrote this. Taking on Fnatic. That's why she had me read this. Taking on Fnatic and crushing their momentum with a 2-1 victory. Not to be outdone, the team of the hour, Virtus.pro, took down Pain Gaming with a convincing 2-0 record to set the stage for the grand final between the OG and VP.
It's hard because when Optic and OG play each other, the commentators are like, OG, whatever. Here's the deal. It was a killing spree after killing spree as VP maintained their perfect record momentum against Optic, winning their 5th straight tournament and cementing their reign as the best Dota 2 team in the world. Also, the $500,000 prize from the $1 million prize pool didn't hurt either. As you can see, they're also, by the way, so not only are they highest in the pro points by a landslide, by a mile, they also are the first invited. The invited team for this year's TI. I will also say this particular event set up some interesting things to happen. Because right now they have one more. It's called the Super Major. It's out of China, I believe, somewhere in China, somewhere in Asia.
Super Major.
Apologies, I don't remember where exactly, but the next one is coming up real quick for Dota. It's the last major before TI, and they just changed the meta. I think it's 7.16. Doesn't matter. Either way, the point is that this was an interesting place because Virtus Pro, I think last year they were either 5th, 6th, or 7th or 8th at the International. So they have the momentum and they have the drive, and they've competed on the international level to the place where, guys, we could be looking at our first CIS team to win the International.
All right.
Who knows?
Well, Pop Quiz Hotshot, where can people find more information since it's not up there? Also, Pop Quiz Hotshot, anybody know where that's from?
It's not Breakfast Club, right?
No. Somebody in chat's going to get it, but don't you look!
I do love that movie.
What?
Speed.
Yeah. There's a bomb on a bus. If we don't stop this.
That was
Keanu Reeves' breathy voice.
Passenger relay, go! Oh, darn. I told you, love that movie. That's a great one.
All right.
Anyway, good times had by all. Dota 2, I believe they are almost to $12 million in the prize pool right now. Remember, we still have another 3 months till our August Dota 2 tournament.
Ridiculous.
Still
Absolutely ridiculous.
behind last year's momentum in terms of pool prizes, but whatever. Okay, Tekken 7, Optic Arena, Gwent or Smash Brothers? I'm pressing that Optic Arena like it's my job.
I press that as well. I'm not going to lie.
Ooh, yeah. Mara, don't be upset with me.
Breakfast Club.
I don't know. Didn't they say something like that? You mess with the bull, you get the horns. That was a thing.
Round over.
Judd Nelson, Ali Sheedy, Molly Ringwald, John Hughes. Optic Arena it is. Not this weekend, but next weekend. From June 8th through the 10th, something special will be going down in Fort Worth, Texas.
Could we have just said next weekend? Anyway, get ready because Optic Gaming is bringing us an event called Optic Arena A-Con 2018.
This event will feature the most popular titles as well as the top talent personalities in the Optic space. There will be exhibition matches, and you can even meet your favorite Optic Gaming people for signing sessions. Plus, there will be a 24-hour gaming lounge in the Omni Hotel. Oh, feel bad for the Omni Hotel staff.
Oh, and if you've ever thought you could match up to some of the pros, you'll have the chance to take some of them on, like Pros vs. Joes. Remember that TV show? But besides meeting your favorite Optic Gaming folk and potentially playing against them, if you're good enough, this means you'll also have a shot at a piece of the prize pool. So to participate in any of the fighting games, you can register for just $10 a game.
That's a pretty good deal. Now, as for fighters, you can expect Dragon Ball Fighters, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and Street Fighter V. There will also be a 5-man Falcon round robin.
Falcon Punch. Oh, and of course, this little game, that little indie title.
Small title.
Fortnite will be there as well.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Competitors will have the chance to win a golden ticket, which is basically an all-expenses-paid trip to E3 for a VIP Fortnite experience.
Just the next week. Now, if you can't make it to Fort Worth, but you'd still like to catch the action, games will be live streamed on twitch.tv. And if you'd just like to learn more about the event, visit opticarena.gg.
Is that your Texas accent there?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
You bet your ass it is.
Don't worry. See, that's just like the second one tossed out today.
That I ass?
Yeah, third.
It's rated teen. Banned.
As long as it's never me.
You're Rukari.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I give
I
up.
comb my hair.
With a sponge. He's a pro. I get it. I wish
Nobody
my hair
else is
would
going to
do
understand
anything.
that. I should bring in my nappy
You
brush in here.
should, though. You should. And I should.
But I don't
God,
think we
this
get that
hair
close
is
up.
just-
All right.
Anyway.
Tekken 7, NBA 2K League, Gwent, and Smash Brothers.
Gwent. Something nice for all of those digital card fans who aren't into Hearthstone. Or maybe you're into Hearthstone and Gwent. You can be into both. What do I care?
You can dance if you want to.
You can leave your... That's the one. I thought it was like Troubles Behind. But I don't remember the rest.
Because if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then you're no friend of mine.
Now it's time to go hard in the paint with the second week of the regular season play of NBA 2K League in the books. Let's take a look at the games that went down this week. Rukari?
The first game of week 2 went down to the wire between Bucks Gaming and Pistons GT. The game got off to a slow start with very little scoring in the first half, but things finally picked up in the third quarter. As per usual, the game was decided in the last 90 seconds of the fourth. And even though Big Meek, Larry Hoover, from Bucks Gaming had one of his strongest games thus far, his highlight this week is missing what would have been the game-winning bucket in the final seconds of the game. Pistons won 57-56.
Ask any hooper. That's a new one for me. Any real hooper. And it doesn't matter if you win by a point or a dub. Winning's winning.
So there's a lot of slang in there. Do you know what a dub is?
I obviously nailed it.
Do you know what a dub is?
It is a W. For
No,
win.
a dub's a 20. Dub.
Obs.
It's like, it's like get off the sticks. You go down by 20, you got to pass the sticks, bro.
Why are you passing sticks?
Oh, you guys never played 2K or Madden with somebody and you go down by 20 points, you got to get off. Next person's up. That's when you took an instant L.
Sticks.
20 point skunk.
Sticks, you mean
Sticks,
console.
thumbsticks, yeah.
Oh, or you mean those things with your...
And that was also a Fast and Furious quote, by the way. Ask any racer, any real racer. Doesn't matter if you win by... All right,
dear.
let's talk to the next game. Now, Kaz Gaming GC had to play this week without their star player Hood, who had been benched for unknown reasons. This left Cavs Gaming with a huge question coming into their first week 2 game against Grizz Gaming. Where's the team's offense going to come from? Up until now, their offensive strategy consisted of dishing it up to Hood and letting him do his own thing and hope they put enough points on the board to win. This hadn't always been the most effective plan, as evidenced by last week's loss to Jazz Gaming, where Hood only dropped a, measly 19 points, but we're talking like 50 points a game.
You know what? I agree with Lennox. This is an educational hour for all of us. This week, however, they threw out the old playbook. Now, with the need to diversify their strategy, they brought in Savage to replace Hood at the point. Savage played with perfection, with 18 points on the day and 7 assists that went primarily to SickX973, try saying that 3 times fast, who dominated the game with 24 points and 11 boards.
Now, the Cavs put the final nail in the coffin after an 11-2 streak late in the game, eventually winning by 10, 62-52. The Cavs continued to play hoodless in the second game against Kingsguard Gaming and grabbed a solid dub there too, 78-63. In this case, dub was a win. So when referring to a number, dub is 20 spot. When referring to a dub or an L.
What if you say like dub plus 6? Is that 26?
It's not 4 scoring 7 years ago, but anyway.
Moving right along. Seems to be all good in the Hood.
Oh.
I added duh. Well, except for Hood, who's riding the pine.
That means he's on the bench.
pine?
The bench. The wood. She's learning so much. Can you tell the basketball player wrote this one?
That's true, but I don't think that it's made out of pine. The bench, I'm pretty sure, is made out of aluminum. Or aluminium, as they say in the UK.
Pine wood
Well,
benches.
they need to get
Why
their act
it's an
together.
archaic phrase. Anyway, the most anticipated game of the week was a rematch of the tip-off tournament quarterfinals with the 76ers GC going, whoever wrote this, see, this is what I'm mad about. One more again. One more again is like run it back. One more again. Lennox is dying. He knows that. One more again. Look at I'm about to give it to y'all one more again. It's in rap songs and all that. Now, during the quarterfinals, the 76ers waffle stomped Mavs Gaming.
Oh, I like that one.
Waffle stomp is not one that you should like. You know what really means to waffle stomp?
Nope, I don't want to know.
Some would say it's the bottom of the boot that gets imprinted on somebody's face, like waffle stomp, the waffle print.
You mean like curb stomp?
Yes, but the waffle print's left on you. Or waffle stomp is also. All right, this week was no different. Sixers strategy was let it rain, going 12 of 18 from beyond the arc. And when you let a team scorch you like that, you're going to have a bad time. Now, 76ers glass game was just as strong, nabbing 20 rebounds during the game, doubling the amount of boards by Mavs game.
Lennox says, I love life.
No, go ahead. You're coughing.
Well, the game was as big a blowout as their first encounter. Mavs Gaming lost by 10, 75-65. 3 keys to basketball: defend, rebound, and share the ball.
Too many threes given up and not enough control of the boards for the Mavs means they caught an L. Now, the final game of week 2 was, is that Blazers? I'm going to say it's Blazers Gaming versus Knicks Gaming. And despite the Knicks having that home court advantage, Blazers Gaming fought tooth and nail to bring home the dub, 74-70. The breakout performance of the night was Knicks center Goofy 757, who had an impressive 29 points, but that wasn't enough to hold off the tip-off tournament runner-up.
Now,
Blazers.
I think it is, yeah. I think Blazers game and finally took the lead in the fourth quarter after 3 low-scoring quarters, thanks to 13 turnovers. The second time they've hit double digits in turnovers this season. Shots and one wild walnut went bananas in the fourth quarter, dominating the paint, and took their team on a 23-17 run to take the lead and eventually the dub.
Hey, now week 2 ended with 76ers Gaming securing the top spot in the league, followed by Blazers Gaming and Pistons GT. The top 3 is the only teams that remain undefeated after 2 weeks of regular season play. The action picks up again tomorrow at 7 p.m. with undefeated Blazers Gaming throwing down against Bucks Gaming, one of 5 teams in the league without a win in regular season play. However, I think Philly lost, so they're going to start week 4.
Okay.
I think they're in week 3 right now, and I was looking at it today because I was trying to read up on all this, but it's going on. But either way, you can go check it out.
You know what I heard?
It's 2kleague.nba.com.
I believe you were correct.
Yeah.
I heard that actually part of the reason that the Milwaukee Bucks are in NBA 2K at all is because the Milwaukee Bucks owner, his son, is in NBA 2K.
And yeah, it's got to be Blazers because they were running with Portland.
Because they're from the Blazers?
Yes. Even though it says,
you
so
think
just
that
so you
they
guys know,
wear
it says
them?
BLAZER5.
Do you think that they wear the Blazers?
Trailblazers, not fashionably.
Well, what if they did
Adept.
both? Why don't they call them the Bushwhackers?
Is Tom in here to make a clip of that, please? Can you do the Stein pat?
The who?
Never mind. they remember it. Either way. Kate, what's up next?
Well, that's a great question. And that is trivia. Which team leads the standings after week 3 of play? That's Mavs Gaming, Jazz Gaming, Blazers Gaming, or Pacers Gaming?
Well, I'll tell you, the Mavs have been giving up L's. So whoever answered that, sorry to say,
Yowza.
you're wrong. No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama's right. Come on, what movie is that?
Oblongata. What's that called? Medulla
Something wrong with him,
oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
Waterboy.
Yes.
Sorry, Cass, for yelling in the microphone.
All right, what's the correct answer?
I believe it's B.
Is it Jazz Gaming?
No, I said C.
No, it's got to be Blazers
Yeah,
Gaming because
okay,
they got the wins in this last one.
You know what?
We were just talking about.
I was I saw that many people voted.
That's what they
how I
voted for.
did
Either way.
that.
Nope. Answer C.
Blazers. Who here's watching the real basketball stuff? Samuel Adams asks.
Water sucks. What happened?
And what year was the Optic Gaming
Oh,
first founded? 2003, 2006, 2009, 2015.
I will be running home, so at 6 p.m. I'm right in front of the TV saying, "Go Cavs, go." That's me.
Let's see. What year was Optic Gaming first founded? Ooh,
H2O.
gosh, I don't. That's a great
Gatorade.
pregunta. It's a great pregunta.
What's the matter, boy? You too stupid to do what your coach tells you? I love that movie.
I'm gonna say the oblongata thing again. Medulla. That's a doula. Excuse me. You can answer. I don't remember.
I have Waterboy stuck in my head.
It's
que y'all know.
Oh, God.
Is that C? Is it 2009? Sir. Oh, 2006. That answer's B. Survey says 2006. Uno más. One more again.
One more again. I can't do that, Joe.
It was in
What is that
Goodies. Petey Pablo said it. I'm about to tell y'all one more again. All you gotta do is ask a woman who
While
I
he's
am.
coming up with that reference, which team won the ESL Birmingham 2018 event? Fnatic, Pain Gaming, Virtus Pro, or Optic Gaming?
I'll tell you, we made a rhyme out of the finalists. So don't vote for those two. Actually, that kind of rhymes, but no.
Why is this not doing?
15 seconds left.
15 seconds left. Oh, goodness, guys.
No,
It's
you're...
gonna
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong.
be- I got nothing.
I like that was just loud in your ear. I could hear it over here.
I will tell you, guys, I love your
It was
veracity for
OG
Optic,
versus
but it's-
VP.
Yeah, and we know who won. VP.
VP won. Virtus Pro.
Fun fact about VP, Pasha is the name of a player on the Virtus Pro CSGO team. There's also a Pasha on the VP Dota 2 team. How do they keep them, they kind of also look alike, if I'm being completely honest.
It's like having a Tara and a Terra.
Except for that in this case, they don't pronounce it differently. Only one of them is bigger. Pasha from CSGO is like...
I would love to hear how you describe all of us in public.
Remember, folks, it's upcoming tournament time. You want to talk about Dragonfall Fighters?
For what?
Well, anybody can
Just
see
remember
that.
that these tournaments are on the Mixer platform and are part of Mixer Esports. Follow the channel to get a notification when they go live. So, the folks over at Beyond the Summit will be hosting their first Dragon Ball Fighters event this weekend, and based on the current invite list, it'll be a great event to watch. Players such as Sonic Fox, Go One, NY Chris G, and others will be duking it out over pride and money. Who will come out on top? Who knows? Tune in on BeyondTheSummit.tv to learn more and support your favorite player.
/team. DreamHack America continues its tour in Austin, Texas this weekend. Not only will there be a ton of open tournaments at the event, but lots, and I mean lots, of esports organized competitions as well. We'll have PUBG, we'll have CSGO, Smash, and a host of other titles being played at the event. So if you're local, head over to DreamHack.com/Austin for the full event and broadcast schedule. Do you say schedule or schedule?
I definitely say schedule.
Schedule. Your schedule. I say schedule. Let's talk about Gears of War.
Is it on the schedule?
Geo-dubs.
Coming up next weekend is an international event coming from tournament organizer EGL. It'll be Gears of War's turn to shine for EGL London and top teams from the region. Oh, I'm sorry. Where was that, Kate?
Jolly old England.
There we go. And top teams from the region will be in attendance to prove that they are the best around. Wasn't going to do the high-pitched voice. Now, there'll be 2 days of content starting at 10 a.m. BST, 2 a.m. Pacific on Mixer.com/EGL, Saturday and Sunday. And in case you can't watch, we'll report on the event right here next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I say now, student athletes. That's what you call them. I say that's. You don't know that one either.
No, I get it.
That one, that South Park had a special place in my heart.
Guys, at some point, we should probably find Rukari an outlet for all of these things that isn't
Twitter.
esports related.
It's Twitter. I'm on there all the time. Like, why is Madonna like a prayer stuck in my head at 7 a.m.?
If you would like to follow
don't.
Twitter,
At Roby1 Kenobi.
Kizzle. Anyway, I'm sure we'll put it down below. We'll be right here each and every Thursday, as will Rukari's references. That's 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on this channel, the one you're watching right now, mixer.com/thisweekinesports. Be sure to watch our past episodes right below on our channel page. Follow us on Twitter at WatchMixer for updates on the show. Also, you can follow us.
At Roby1 Kenobi.
No, right here. Just press the follow button. Follow us, leaders.
Oh, that was a good one. Wow, good point. Up top. Now tune into Esports Weekend on Mixer.com/Channel 1 this weekend, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. This Saturday with a repeat of this very episode. Then it's the rebroadcast for Day 2 of the Halo World Championship 2017 event.
Yeah, it's true. Then on Sunday, yep, we finish off with Day 3 of the Halo World Championship. That's 2017 event. Make sure to check out Mixer.com/Channel 1 for the full schedule of all our shows.
Why are you signing?
Who?
Oh, we're doing leaderboards.
Ah, let's see who won. Is it Lennox?
No.
Oh, Fire Dragon Flint. I believe you've been on our leaderboard before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ban that guy? Is that what
Lennox
you
and
shouted
Fire
out?
Dragon. You guys are our leaderboard champs today. Followed quickly by Malik, Smurf69, and Spear Like Ham.
Spear Like Ham is a good name.
That is
Hammer.
well, it just says ham on my screen, so.
I have a question for you, production folks. Why do we have the whole screen to use, and yet that message is truncated? No, it's the tool's fault. Yep. Yeah. All right.
And anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Follow the channel so you can get a notification when we get live next week, so you can see this train wreck each and every Thursday.